Leona, you're right, recording?
So, David, the meeting is now recording and everyone from the lobby has been admitted into the meeting.
Great, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the, just before I commence, someone has got their microphone on. That's terrific, thank you. Can I just ask that anyone online, please turn your microphone off when you're not speaking, just to avoid feedback and background noise. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. My name's David Crofts, and I'm the chair of the Northern Beaches Local Planning Panel. I'd like to welcome you all to the meeting of the panel today. The panel meeting consists of a number of parts. One is a public meeting component, and then we have a non-public meeting component where we deal with certain items that don't meet the criteria for a public meeting, and as well we determine applications. Just before I commence the meeting proper, the only person I have registered to speak or ask questions or answer questions rather is Andrew Lowry. I see, Andrew, you're online at the moment. Andrew, would you like me to give you a quick rundown on the functions of the panel before we commence, or you feel comfortable otherwise?
Hi, David. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
I'm familiar with the panel
Excellent.
from that point of view. So, no, feel free to continue. Thank you.
Okay. No, great. Thank you very much. So to commence the meeting, I would like to acknowledge country as a sign of respect. The Northern Beaches Local Planning Panel acknowledges the traditional custodians of these lands upon which we gather and pays respect to elders past, present and emerging. Apologies, I have not received any apologies for today's meeting. Declarations of interest or potential conflicts of interest. I'll just ask each panel member in turn whether they have a conflict of interest. Start off with Oliver Klein. Oliver, do you have a conflict of interest or perceived one for the meeting?
The only potential conflict of interest that I have relates to item 5.2 on the agenda, related to 207 to 217 Pittwater Road, Manly. I was part of the panel that dealt with the decision-making process on that in February or earlier this year, 2024. So I'll need to vacate the meeting on that basis.
Thank you, and we'll make arrangements for you not to participate with the discussion or the deliberations on that particular item. Cara Crasson, have you got any?
No, I don't have any further.
Thank you. Phil Young?
No, none.
Okay, thank you. And I don't have any either. On the panel today, we've got myself as chair, Oliver Klein, who's an independent expert member, Cara Crasson, who's also an independent expert member, and Phil Young, who's a representative of the community. We have for the first item, item 3.1, which is 212 Forest Way, Belrose, DA 2023/0714, demolition works and alterations and additions to the Covenant Christian School. We have Andrew Lowry, who's also joined this afternoon. And Andrew's there not to make a presentation, I believe, but just to also deal with any questions that the panel members might have. So have I got that right, Andrew? Just here to deal with questions.
Thanks, David. That's correct. I just thank the panel for their consideration, and yes, just really wanted just to make sure I was available should the panel have any questions for me regarding our development.
Terrific, thank you. Panel members, do you have any questions at all?
No.
Okay, Cara, thank you. Cara, your microphone's not on.
My apologies.
Thank you.
Andrew, I just wanted, the report relates to some minor design requirements being required before. This has to do with flooding and engineering before it goes to the Sydney North Planning Panel. And part B of the recommendation refers to those supplementary engineering design and details. And I just wondered if we could get a status update on those where they're at and when they're likely to be submitted, I guess.
Thanks, Cara. Andrew?
Yes, thanks for that. Alex Keller, I don't know whether you've received anything directly that I'm not aware of in that process. I do know, obviously, it's with our team. Sorry to be not direct question answering your question, Cara, but some things are going directly back to the council rather than via me. So it may be better answered by Alex.
Okay.
Alex?
Yeah, we've sent them a couple of reminders, but for those updated plans, I think there was some minor refinements, but they haven't been submitted just as yet. So we're hoping they'll come in just before the SNPP meeting.
Can I confirm? So, do we have a deadline? That would be helpful to me, Alex, to chase on our behalf.
If it's in the next 7 to 10 days, would be good.
Okay.
Because I might have to prepare a supplementary memo for the SNPP. Yeah. But we think the plans will be almost identical to the draft plans that have already been presented to us, which had sufficient information to be able to get this up to the IHAP now.
Okay.
Just because the annotations were made by hand on those plans and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So taking the Okay. I will personally follow up, Cara, about that. Do you need? Yes. Is that?
No,
that's sufficient. We really wanted to know where you're at the moment. So thank you. And thanks, Alex, for clarifying that. Any other questions at all from panel members?
No.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for taking the time to be available to answer questions, Andrew.
Thank you.
I'll now close item 3.1. The next item we have is 4.1. which is 219 to 227 Ocean Street, North Narrabeen, DA 2024/0013, alterations and additions to an existing community facility, which is the North Narrabeen Surf Lifesaving Club. I don't have anyone registered to speak, so we have no more on that item as far as the public meeting's concerned. And I also have no other items or on the agenda for the public meeting. So I'd now like to officially close the public meeting and thank you all for your attendance. And the panel will now go into the non-public meeting items. So can I just ask the panel members just to stay online just for a couple of minutes before we move on to that. So if you could